Dricus du Plessis is not happy with Khamzat Chimaev's comments about his Saturday's fight with Sean Strickland. Moments after the UFC 312 main event ended, Khamzat took to X and criticized the bout, writing, "Biggest bullshit is this fight." During the post-fight press conference, DDP responded to Chimaev's tweet and confirmed that Boers will be his next opponent.
So I'm sure he's watching this. He's already been tweeting at you a lot after this fight.
Next, I want to make sure that this belt, the middleweight title, that there's no question that I'm the GOAT of the middleweight division. I want the Khamzat next. I think he deserves a hiding.
Henry Cejudo was not impressed with Aleksandre Topuria's performance at UFC 312. Aleksandre Topuria, the younger brother of reigning UFC featherweight champion Ilia Topuria, made his octagon debut this evening in Sydney, squaring off with fellow bantamweight Colby Thickness. Although Thickness entered the contest with an undefeated record, the odds makers had Topuria pegged as a big betting favorite, the biggest on the entire card. Aleksandre proved the odds makers correct as he went on to smother and control Colby for the majority of their 15-minute affair, walking away with a well-deserved unanimous decision victory. Despite his dominant performance, not everyone was impressed by Aleksandre's first career UFC fight. Cejudo took to X where he slammed Topuria for fighting with zero intensity. In a since-deleted tweet, Cejudo wrote, "Biggest favorite on the card and fought with zero intensity, not too impressed by Aleksandre Topuria in his debut." Aleksandre Topuria is not happy with the media's narration of his UFC debut prior to UFC 312. Speaking to media following his victory over Colby Thickness, the older brother of Ilia brushed off any notion that his brother's competitive rivalry with Alexander Volkanovski has bled into his fight with Thickness. According to Aleksandre, the rivalry is non-existent, as Ilia has already beaten Volk in decisive fashion.
My question is, when I was inside the cage,
Yes.
in 1 second you think about the rivalry in Ilia and Volkanovski? No. You was looking Alexandre versus Colby. That was the same thing I was talking about, you know? If you ask my emotions, for me this is not rivalry.
Volkanovski and Ilia Topuria shared wholesome moment backstage at UFC 312 after cornering prelim fight.
Thank you.
Yeah, legend, bro. Thanks.
Good to see you. You bring the one. Thank you.
Although Australian heavyweight Tai Tuiavasa wasn't competing at UFC 312, he certainly made the most of his week. In a video shared by Adrian Portelli on Instagram, Bam Bam was caught in a hilarious moment, falling off a boat and splashing into the water.
Come!
Magomed Ankalaev has gone off on Alex Pereira in a series of tweets after Saturday's UFC 312. Ankalaev is angered by Pereira's appearance at UFC 312, where Poatan agreed to fight Dricus du Plessis in a double championship matchup. Pereira was also filmed creating a social media dance with Charles Oliveira and Tai Tuiavasa. Taking to X post UFC 312, Ankalaev blasted Pereira for his fight week antics. He tweeted, "I never want to hurt someone in my life like I want to hurt Alex. He is a fake, humble boy. This guy keep traveling and he forgot he will be fighting for his life March 8th. He will never be the same after this fight. At Dana White, mark my word. I've been climbing mountains, chopping wood, swimming in freezing lakes, and Alex has been dancing and making videos like a TikTok chick." During his trip to Sydney, Australia for UFC 312, Alex Pereira had an unforgettable moment with a fan. While out and about, a woman approached the UFC light heavyweight champion asking for a cheeky autograph. In a playful and bold move, Pereira signed her breast, much to the excitement of the fan and onlookers. Pereira later reacted to the video, writing, "Living is not the same as being alive. Flame."